Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to do is just how to collaborate with other people when you want to use your GitHub. Like in GitHub, how to collaborate with people, how to work with another person in your GitHub and then not have problem. So first you have to have a repository, isn't it? A repository you want to work on, something you want to work on. So let's create a repository and then quickly explain what is important. So you click on this new repository. Yeah, I think I have done this tutorial before. So all you just need to do is type in the name you want to name your repository. So I could just call it let's say put char or anything you want to call your repository, you name it that way. And if you want to describe it, you put a description. Anyways, it's optional. Then you have, if you want to make it public and if you want to make it private. If you want to make it private, it means you can only choose who you want. I mean, let's say you can choose who can see it. That is what private means. So you can also add a readme file. When you add a readme file, it means immediately you create the repository, you automatically have a readme file in it, or you can just do that after creating your repository. So I create a repo. Now you copy this link. This link is very important for you and your partner. So when you copy this link, you keep it somewhere if possible, then you can still come back and access it though. I will explain that to you later. So the main thing is you copy this link, then you go to, if you're using git bash, any this thing you're using, you can just come there and let me increase the size so you see. So you just git, okay, excuse me, control L, then git clone. You've copied, so control AV to paste, then you enter. So you see you appear to have cloned an empty repository. This is because you don't have anything in it. So going to what we really want to do, you come here. All right, let me just put something here so that I'll be able to use the GitHub one. All right, vi readme. Just I'm creating a file, a readme file. So insert, you use I, then trying something new. Well, collaborating. Collab. Collab. Let me just do this. So if you ls, you have, oh, don't mind me. Before you do this, you've cloned the repository already. So now if you ls, you see the name of the repository you are working on. I'm working on putcha. This is it. So I just have to change my directory to putcha. Excuse me. So when you do this, you're already in putcha. Then you can now easily create your readme file. So I put vi, that's open. I'm using vim. So readme file, I can just put something in it. All right, collab, then I save it. So when I ls, I can see that I already have a readme file here. So all I have to do is to git add, git commit with a message of try, okay, collaborating. This will be very fast. I need to explain what you really need. So then git push. If you use your parts, you won't have to put your password and all this thing I want to do now. So but then I use this, so don't mind me. Then your link. So after inserting your username, your password, you just copy your link, your authentication link, then control AV to paste. So but if you are using VS Code, you don't need to do all this authentication link and all. So if you're using your git bash, and you definitely need to do this. So then you go back to your GitHub, you refresh. Now you see you have this. This is the only file you have. Now to the main thing we want to do is to learn how you can work with another person to collaborate. So let's say I want to collaborate with someone named I don't know, someone, I need the person's email. That's what you need first. So you just come to settings on that same repository. Make sure you are on the repository you want to use to collaborate with someone. Then you come to collaborators, you add people, then here the name of the person you want to add. Let's say I want to add, let's see if I have, let me look for some, let me just look for any email. I'm not going to do this completely. Let me use this. So this person, now look at, you have the email here already. You just add this person, add that email to your repository. So it's because I added myself. Let me add someone else so you see. I'll just delete it when I'm done. Okay, let me look for a better email. So when you do this automatically, so you have this as been added to be a collaborator. So the person is going to, the best thing is to add the person using the email. So when you do this, the person is going to get a message in his or her email, and then what you just have to do is to accept it. Then the person will become your, the person definitely automatically be okay, we'll be able to collaborate with you and then work with you. So that is everything about collaborating. Now what you need to know also before we move is how to work together. There are two ways. You can either create different branches. This is what you mean by branch. You have, and this branch will be master. You can have a two different, you, the person you are working with, the person you are collaborating with should have a different um branch. You should also have a different branch. So when you are done typing whatever you want to type, you just merge. And sometimes you might have conflicts, but you can make corrections to that. You can just ask for questions when you have that issues. Well, you can have you can have different branches, and then when you are done you just merge. That's another way, or both of you can just easily work in one branch. The only issue is that you just have to always git pull before making changes to that file. Git pull for you to be able to see whatever your other partner has done. So this is it. The person that is inviting someone is the owner of the repository, so your other partner has to also git clone to be able to work with your repo. And then if it, for the person to be able to push to your repo, the person might have to need your authentication link and also your GitHub um name, username, so that when it's going through this stage, because when it's going to push, you might need to do this. That is if you are not working with PAT. So that is all about it. What you just need to do is, don't forget, you create the repository, then you go to settings, you go to settings, collaborators, add the person you want to work with, and then the person will have to git clone in the other side. And either two ways, you can either use different branches or you use the same branch. When you're using the same branch, you have to always git pull, and if you're using different branches, at the end of your project you have to merge. If you're having any questions, if you are having any question, you can just drop it in the comment box. We'll definitely reply. Have a nice day.